Hello dear students, this is another part of your lesson 2, the early nationalist movements across the world. In our previous videos we had learned about the American Revolution and now we'll go through the French Revolution. The American Revolution had greatly impacted the French soldiers who had fought supporting for democracy in America. So those French soldiers who had helped for American victory, they thought to bring changes in their own country in France. So the French Revolution is one of the greatest events in European history. It lasted from 1789 to 1799. While the American Revolution had begun in 1776 and it had lasted till 1783, the French Revolution lasted for 10 years from 1789 to 1799. The creation of constitutional monarchy soon gathered momentum. There was monarchy with autocracy. The ruler or the king did not look after the rights of the people. So people had to form certain rules and regulations. So the constitutional monarchy soon gathered momentum in France. In the 18th century, France was a feudal society under monarchy that was divided into 3 states. So it was the period of 18th century when France was ruled under the monarchy, but the monarchy was also dependent on the feudal system, and the whole society was divided into 3 groups. They were known as first class, second class or third class. They were even called as estates. The feudal society under monarchy that was divided into 3 classes. The 3 classes were: the first class comprised the clergy or the church officials. The second had the nobility or the ruling class. And third had the commoners, the common people. They were peasants, they were workers and bourgeois. The bourgeois group of people comprised the rich and the middle class and the traders and merchants. The third estate formed the population of 95%. So 95% of the French population was in the third estate. While the top 2 estates, the clergy and the nobility, were 5%, they had not to pay any taxes, but all taxes were paid by the third estate or the third group of people. While all forms of luxury and comfort were enjoyed by the first estate and the second estate, while commoners paid high taxes and lived in misery. That was the situation. The top 2 classes, though formed 5% of the population, they were paying no taxes. Taxes were incurred only from the third estate, and those people paid tax were living in misery. Their rights were not granted to them. The commoners paid high taxes and lived in misery. Even the rich merchants were in the part of commoners. Even the rich merchants were formed in the commoners, and they felt a pinch because they had no political right. They wanted to be a part of the administration. They had no political right. This brought misery to the commoners. The workers, peasants and other taxpayers wanted to change the existing society. They wanted to change the existing society. And when they were looking for bringing some changes, they were greatly helped and guided by the philosophers of the period. In France, there were 2 great philosophers like Voltaire and Rousseau. French philosophers like Voltaire and Rousseau inspired people to fight for liberty, equality and fraternity. The evils practiced in the society. They perpetrated by the autocratic King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette. During the period, France was ruled by Louis XVI and his wife Queen Marie Antoinette. The clergy and nobility were highlighted. The commoners gathered in thousands at Paris on 14th July 1789. They broke open the state prison at Bastille as a symbol of going against the monarch. This was the victory for the people of France. The fall of Bastille was a great victory of the French people. The king and the queen were punished, executed in the public, and after their death, France became a republic by removing monarchy. The period after this, from 1793 to 94 in France, was called the Reign of Terror. Why so? Because many violent acts carried on across the country. People were killed for one another, and many autocratic rulers came against the common people were fighting. So it was known as the Reign of Terror of 1 year from 1793 to 94. The years of terror and bloodshed led to emergence of a new kind of ruler or leader in France. It was a dictator in the name of Napoleon Bonaparte. About this further we will learn in the next class. For now, this much.